There we are. There's the game stream, or games, what? There's a stream game. I don't even know what I'm saying. Why do I still have Final Fantasy VIII audio? I am going to hide that, because I am done with Final Fantasy VIII. Oh, thank goodness I'm done. I am done with that game. I like that game. I'm just done with Final Fantasy for a bit. But with that in mind, for those that are coming into today's stream, welcome everybody to another stream. And today we are back with some more the Great Ace Attorney 2. So last time we left off, we finished off the first part, I think. And then right now we are going back to the second part of the trial, where they're trying to get Miss Green on trial. So that's going to be fun. I'm just reading something here. So yeah, I hope that you're doing well today, Thord, and the rest of you who are coming in to the stream. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. You're doing good. That's good to hear. How am I? Well, no. If you guys didn't know that there was a Nintendo Direct earlier this morning at 10 a.m. EST, and they did show a couple of good hits, like they're remaking the Super Mario RPG, a great classic RPG game, and that's like the top hit for me. But they also announced a new 2D Mario game, which honestly it looks good. I would give it a try, even though I'm not really a 2D Mario guy myself. But I would play it. Heck yeah. It has Mario in it. So why not? Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. Okay, so... yeah, that's pretty much it. I noticed that last stream my gameplay audio was a little bit loud. So I slightly turned it down just a smidge. But hopefully the audio, I hope the game doesn't really isn't too overpowering to my voice right now. But I think that's pretty much it. So I guess we should start off with today's stream. And then now we get into the Old Bailey defendant chamber. Joyful jubilant jumping jacks. Oh, Mr. Natsume, I'm so pleased for you. Locum student Naruhodo the Esquire and non-locum judicial assistant Miss Mikotoba Esquires. Now finally, at long last, there can be proof. Proof that I am innocent, and proof that my tree is innocent. Ah, good morning, my dear fellows. Oh yeah, you gotta do it. I gotta do something real quick. I don't want to hold this too long. Where is it? There you are. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. Anyways. Okay. Alright, that's enough. You know what? I'm pinning that. I'm gonna pin it for 10 minutes. I never get to pin stuff besides my own messages. I'm pinging that. Oh, that's a cute frog. Oh, I already read this. Ah, Herlock Sholmes! Make you drink my tepid tea and fall forever silent. I thought the tea was innocent. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you came! How wonderful! Please, the savior of the Daration. I know what you're all thinking. Good morning, he says. When it's very nearly time for luncheon. Your scorn is running clearly across your face. Nobody else has or thought anything of that sort. The truth is, I was determined that today would be the day as sleep seduced me last night, I thought. Tomorrow, for once, I shall not oversleep. I'll rise early and be present in court to support my companions. Well, clearly you overslept again. Hold on, I am cleaning my glasses. Okay. Such a spirited determination, and it has a beauty of its own, of all of its own, doesn't it? Or does it not? Isn't it the same? The same thing. I'm just saying it's the same thing. Do not hover the X button on OBS. Thank you, Mr. Cursor. Please, today's not the day for that. Oh yes. And then I began to muss on the subject. Why do people oversleep? I queried. Why time after time do they make the same foolish blunder? And the answer came to me at once. It's so delightfully simple. People oversleep because they sleep. What? Yes, people oversleep because they do sleep. It has to be more. There needs to be a lot more logical thing about that, Sholmes. Well, is that not an astute insight into the matter? Oh yes. Upon which realization, I attempted an experiment. I didn't sleep a wink at all. What? That does not help. And the results, by first light, I was exhausted and began to be assisted, but by fits of drowsiness. Shocking. And so the conclusion of last night's experiment is this: a good night's sleep is quite simply essential. Yes, I think most of us probably knew that already. What other presupposed I prove by experimentation that, my dear fellow, is a scientific method. Ah yes, and one more thing. Do you remember this? Ooh, bottle. Ah! Yes, of course. It's the poison that Miss Green was about to drink at the hospital yesterday. Oh, you didn't manage to... It was a laboratorious... That was weird. As the bottle was near empty, but such an inconvenience do not hinder Sholmes. I managed to confirm that it's contained with poison. So I was right, perhaps. Though of course, such a circumstantial evidence doesn't prove Miss Green's guilt. I shall leave the bottle in your care now, but licking the inside of the neck is not recommended. Not that I would like the evidence. Ah, could I have a word? Ah, Thomas Gregson. Gregson, how good of you to come? Forget it. Excuse me. What? What was that about? Wait a minute, Inspector! I, don't wish to make a nuisance of it myself. From the look on your face, I said it's someone else who you think is making a nuisance of himself. My dear Inspector, please speak freely. Pretend that I'm not here. Believe me, if I could do that, life would be a whole lot simpler for me. Do you have the results, Inspector, of the investigation of Mr. Shakespeare's room? Not yet. It shouldn't be long now, though. No, I'm here about. I'm here about something else. That dead convict, actually. Oh, you mean the man of from the newspaper article we discovered yesterday in Mr. Shamspeare's room? A man by the name of yes, Selden. I went through the article at the yard and dug up the fellow's files. And there's something in there that, well, it caught my eye. Something caught your eye? What? What? Inspector, what? I've copied out the relevant part for you, so you can read it for yourself. Thank you. Dun, dun, dun. I want to read the thing. Investigation finding related to the Selden. 18 counts of burglary, 6 counts of suspected murder. Died of natural cause with violence in prison. His final moments witnessed only to his cellmate. The estimated £1,000 worth of loot he stole remains unrecovered. Manchester Strangeaway Prison announced the death of a convicted murder and burglar, the Selden, by natural causes within early hours this morning. He had been suffering with a fever since the end of October. Alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate, medical staff arrived to find him already dead before his capital punishment would be carried out. That might be important later on. These documents, including the details that were in the newspaper cutting, we found in Mr. Shamspeare's room. I'll arrange everything in the court record so we don't have duplicate information. Why are you giving us a copy of the important file, though? Well, you're the ones who turned up the clue in the first place, aren't you? I'm just making sure that things get handled in a proper fashion. Oh, Scotland Yard's workings are so wonderful. Indeed, my dear fellows. And the inspector here is the shining diamond in its crown. A shining diamond in the rough, maybe. Look, I just don't want to be beholden to a lawyer. That's all. And then leaves. Counsel to the defendant and the defendant. Proceed to court. Okay. Well, I shall leave you then. I'll be listening with interest from the public gallery. Not nodding off at all, certainly. Thank you, Mr. Sholmes. I'm rather tired of seeing Mr. Mustache and flowing of tears personally, so the best of luck to you. Local student, Mr. Harder Squire. Yes, Mr. Natsume? It's time, isn't it? Yes, this is it. Miss Olive Green and Mr. William Shakespeare. This is going to be the final battle. Let's do it! I won't really have saved Soseki-san until I've exposed the whole truth of everything that's been going on. But it's all coming to a head now. You can do it, Rinosuke. You have to. Alright, now we are in the Old Bailey. Man, it's already been almost 30 minutes. In the name of Her Majesty, the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. Again now. Before the recess, we heard a most startling accusation from the defense. Namely that the victim of the case we heard here only a few days ago is the true perpetrator of this incident. A reckless, rash, and prejudiced, I can't read. A charge of wrongdoing, in my opinion, my lord. However, the prosecution has tried to extend every to this amateur newcomer from a dubious eastern shores. Thank you for that backhanded consideration. A rather cold assignment from the Honorable British prosecutor, I must say. So, Lord Von Sykes, is the witness president ready to take the stand? Ready and waiting in the witnesses' chamber, my lord. Very well. Bailiff! Bring the witnesses in! Oh boy, here we go. And Miss Green is painting. Witnesses, say your name and occupation for the court, please. William Shakespeare, my liege. For my occupation, I can only say that I'd be a tragic victim to be pitted. She's currently unemployed, in other words. I'm Olive Green. I'm a fledgling artist. Well, no. Not a fledgling, really. A hopeless failure who's too weak-spirited to admit that she has no talent, I suppose. Also currently unemployed, in other words. What a that word. Mr. Shakespeare. Yes, lord. I am the humble servant. I'm afraid that you are no longer merely a victim in this affair. The possibility that has been raised that you are in fact the assailant intended to take the life of your fellow lodger. The part that you have played in this whole business will be thoroughly scrutinized. I assure you. I would for naught else, my lord. And Miss Green, yes? You're aware of the reason that you have been summoned to this court today, I presume? Yes, the officer did explain. Oh, wow. That's funny. He said I poisoned this ridiculous buffoon. And, do you accept the charge, Miss Green? I don't know anything about any poisoning. And I don't know anything about this man. Lies. Come, lady, die to live. barely, I know not thy prickly pigmented uh, personage. Very well, let us proceed with the matter at hand. That being a certain whether or not Miss Green has any involvement in this affair. It's all very strange indeed. Why would you suspect me? I barely ever go out to the East End anyway. It so happened that I passed by that neighborhood 6 days ago. That's all. And I'm not denying that this man was poisoned. I was still in the hospital fighting for my life. Yes, having been unfortunately caught up in the incident on the street outside of the Gardev household, you were stabbed. The victim, or the incident that rendered you unconscious for some 3 days. I was struck in the middle from my back by the knife, though. Though no fault of my own, and now I'm under suspicion. What other irrelevant things might I be suspected for? It's all very disturbing. Oops. Your energies may be better spent worrying and random knife attacks, I feel, Miss Green. At this point in time, all that appears to connect with Mr. Shakespeare's launching is the Breer Road incident of 6 days ago. That's why we would like to testify formally now about exactly what happened. Oh no! Oh, you're not going to testify now. The incident 6 days ago, you mean... No, you want me to relive that awful accident? Unfortunately, yes. Please tell the court what happened that day. And of course, we will be interested to hear from you about your movement that day too, Mr. Shakespeare. Hey, but what happened 6 days ago has nothing to do with me being poisoned. I think there's some relevance. Let us proceed then. The witnesses will present their formal testimony to the court on the subject of the incident that took place on Breer Road the evening of the 17th of February. The evening of 17th of February. It was 6 days ago at 5 p.m. I was walking along in the snow when I was suddenly stabbed in the back. Suddenly, why you put the brush on your face? You're gonna get all smeared. Coincidentally, it happened to be outside the house where the man in this case have their lodging. No, I was at the tavern on the eve of which thou speakest, for I have bespoke by my supper. When it was the first time I'd been in an area. I had a little matter to attend to. That's all. Anyway, I was admitted straight to a hospital, so I knew nothing about all this business. Yes, on the second incident inside a week, at what I believe to be aptly described as the haunted lodgings. one can only presume that this is a most unfortunate coincidence. Meanwhile, you said that you were not in your room, Mr. Shakespeare. 'Twas the following morn when I did awaken that learned of a desired event. Mary! What a commotion. The commotion did the officers of the law make excuse me, on the floor above mine. My goodness. When Soseki-san was arrested for suspicion of attempted murder, as suspected, there is nothing connecting these two witnesses but happenstance. It's true. It does seem as though they are unrelated at first glance, but I'm not so sure. There's something lurking in the shadows here. I feel certain of it, and this is my one and only chance to expose it. Consul, you may now cross-examine these two witnesses from me, if you wish. Yes, my lord. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward this. Hold up. Bum 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 bum. Alright, let's save here. Bum 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 bum. It was 6 days ago at 5 p.m. I was walking along in the snow when I suddenly stabbed in the back. Hold it! I mean, this is not really relevant, but we'll press on it. I am well acquainted with the case. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. It was awful. I still can't believe I was unconscious for so long. And I spoke up to find that the case had been solved and the culprit arrested. Yes, the incident has been resolved already. Perhaps it would help you to consider it a bad dream that ended with you awakening. It should now be forgotten. Yes, I suppose so. Thank you. But before you put it completely behind you, Miss Green, I need you to remember the details. Now, one last time. You must tell the court exactly what happened that day for us to arrive at the truth about this new case. The trouble is, there's nothing to tell, really. I was just walking along the pavement. Hold it! Let's press on this. What were you doing there that day, though? No, what do you mean? The art school you attended, what's it called? Ah, yes. It's the Thorndike Academy of Fine Arts. According to Mr. Jones, that's just in the vicinity of Brixton Road, which is some 10 blocks away from the scene on the underground. I believe you mentioned before that you also live on Brixton Road. Is that true? Or is that, excuse me, is that right? Or is it? Isn't that right? So why then would you have been walking along the Breer Road in the middle of the East End? I don't know. Did she just painting something? Well, it's because oh yes. But she just suddenly switched brushes. Oh yes, of course. I thought it might make a nice picture. The witness is a student of art, city-dwelling artist, and cannot paint the grand urban vista. No, that's right. I happen to like the crumbling look of that part of town. Perhaps quaint would have been a less grating term. The point is, she's definitely hiding something. Yes, it seems that she's not going to be forthcoming with the truth. If she's trying to hide why she was there that evening, it must be there's something of her not wanting to tell us. Yeah. I cannot read. I did not take a nap earlier, so I may be a little stuttery with reading and stuff. So bear with me, people. I do want to beat this trial. I do want to beat this case. Let's hope I don't end it early. I really want to beat this. And that's a key of this. And you, Mr. Shakespeare, on the evening of the 6 days ago, would you tell the court what exactly were you doing? 'Twas would be a pleasure, sire. Hold it! Hi! A tavern, you'd say. Which one? 'Twas the sludge and salad where I did tearing. 'Tis a jewel in the East End. And a little unexpected, I feel. What do you mean, Lord Von Dykes? The sludge and salad offers unusually fine dining for a locality. Yes, I said it. At least. Not as that establishment that you'd expect to be patronized by a man with not even a crumb of bread in his room. How he knows. In truth, the menu listed a premium crust of bread and a glass of water in different levels of cloudness. Then again, 19th centuries, that makes sense. I would have expected Grub's grubbery in the local vicinity to be more appropriate for your means. Watery soup and mushy peas, or rather soupy water and pea-like mush. All equally appetizing. I wanted to try some water in a different pub for once. What's wrong with that? Well, it's just water. There's no taste. There's no different taste of water, unless someone tempered the wiring system. How different can water really be? That's what I'm saying. Or perhaps there's a more plausible explanation. As a specific reason why he had to go to the particular establishment. Agreed. The fact that on the day of all days that he dined at the place that he wouldn't normally, it does stand out. So Mr. Shamspier's own action on the day of the incident 6 days ago were slightly suspicious. I suppose if we have some evidence that can explain those actions. Ah, yes, the map. I don't think... Oh, wait! Wait. Not assuming. That's... I don't think that's really relevant. No, that's definitely not it. I don't think I have any evidence at this point right now. I'm gonna save it, but I don't think I have really anything for this part. Bum 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 bum. Mr. Shamspier? Yes, sire? On the day in question, it is not the case that you visited Sludge Salad, a place you don't normally patronize. Now, for a very particular reason, I don't know what you're talking about. Pray, if thou has some purpose, speakest. Very well. I will present the court with evidence. Wait a second.
Take that!
Oh, good, hero, whatever. Now, there are more things in heaven and earth than our dreaming. I believe that the line of Shakespeare is Hamlet, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't think there is anything. No, no. We're not gonna present just yet. I wish we did, but sadly I can't think of anything at the moment. If we find a clue that could explain why Mr. Shamspier went there, we must yeah. Yes, absolutely! If that is all on this matter, Console, I would ask Miss Green to, okay. Yes, that would be it.
Hold it!
I'm gonna press on that. Bum 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 bum. Sorry. Okay. What little matter, Miss Green? Please establish. Elaborate. It wasn't nothing really. It's none worth mentioning. Objection! There is something. Hey, welcome on, Best Kill. Hope you're doing well today. Is that a dancing bear? Oh no, that's a giraffe. Nice. Hope you're doing well today. If you remember, you mentioned it to us yesterday at the hospital. Ah! It was related to a card you were holding. Miss Green! that? She clearly just hid something behind her back. Bum, 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 ba-dum. From memory, I believe the card contained a note that read. Yeah, I have information regarding. Sorry about that. I thought there was a bug in my room. Regarding the death of Duncan Ross. No, what is the? Oh!
Excuse me!
Excuse me! Mr. Shanspear, do you have something to share with the court? To be or not to be? That is the question. Ah, but no, pray forgive me. The great bard's words is no, from within me with a near a thought. Don't tell me it's because you're possessed by Shakespeare's spirit, right? Hearing Miss Green's words a moment ago, that seems to make you think of something of a relevance, perhaps. Well, nay, sire. 'Twas nothing at all. Presumably you know the name, though, Mr. Duncan Ross, I mean. After all, you were both the lodgers at the same house. I wouldn't were so, but sadly nay. Lodging to be a lonely occupation, sire. My lodging fellows be rarely known to me. I am so bad at stuttering today. My apologies. So you haven't heard of him. Seeing even the. I need a breather. I need a pause. So you haven't heard of him, even though he passed away in the room just one floor above yours. Yeah, I gotta slow it down a bit. I like to finish this, but I gotta take my time. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be just stepping on rocks, stepping on Legos. I hate stepping on Legos is probably the worst things that any child can do. Miss Green. Me, my lord, have I done something wrong? The card that were mentioned before, containing a note, do you have it upon your person? I do, yes, but I don't need it anymore. In fact, I should throw it away. Really. Before you dispose of it, the court will take it as evidence, please. There you go. Of course. That's what links Mr. Shakespeare and Miss Green. It's Duncan Ross. Now, continue your testimony, please, Miss Green. Which one? I think it was this one.
Hold it!
Boom, boom, boom. Present evidence. Mr. Shanspear.
Take that!
Well, crap. did not save recently. There's no autosave. What? Well.
Hold it!
Time to get that note again. Ay ay ay. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum.
What?
What?
Excuse me.
Excuse me. I'm gonna save it just in case. I think I repeat myself every time, but you never know what can happen.
Hold it!
Yes, you didn't regain consciousness until the day after the trial. Did you in the early hours? Exactly. So how could I have have had anything to do with it? And yet you still haul me in here to court like this. Honestly. So at the time of the poisoning, the witness was unconscious in her hospital bed. Hey, welcome on Ninja Nick. Hope you're doing well today. Just doing some more The Great Ace Attorney. Gotta finish this trial up. But yeah, I hope that you're doing well. I know I'm repeating, but yes. Dun, 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 dun. Could there be a more airtight alibi? I ask you. And yet, in spite of that, you claim that I was the culprit. Well, but you certainly haven't provided any evidence to support your wild claim, have you? No, none at all. There you have it. A good lady has yet to see evidence that might lead upon his friend. I'm working on it. Consul, I will point out here that the jury next edition will be final. We're really up against the wall here. Oh, Mr. Naruto, you pursued Mr. Shamsbeard wonderfully there. It worked out well, hasn't it? We have a new clue at least. All right. Now I need to pull off a really significant objection somewhere. Well, as you've managed to expose the promising new angle, I wonder if you should perhaps try to develop that. Ah, yes, of course. And yelling out objection isn't necessarily the best way to do that, I suppose. Aww. No, don't load. No, don't load. Okay. Coincidentally, it happened to be just outside. Wait! Oh, I didn't read it! I didn't actually examine the new evidence! The envelope has been ripped open rather carelessly, hasn't it? Miss Green strikes me as the type of to open a correspondence more neatly than that. Ah, what is it? The way the envelope is torn, it's almost as sure. I'm almost sure I've seen the exact shape somewhere else. Oh, do you mean you were thinking of the piece of evidence, Mr. Naruhodo? Exactly, that's it. Try to match them up. They go together perfectly. You know, this torn off end of the envelope, but clearly belongs with this card. Boom! Now we can present the evidence.
Hold it!
Press. And now we present evidence. I'm so tired. I think any of these would work. But let's do this one more specifically. I'm just gonna turn off the fan.
Take that!
I believe that this card reveals the answer. Good lord, Miss Green's card, you mean? That's right, my lord. It reads, I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Sludge and Salad on Brer Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th. Oh man, I'm just gonna hold off that yawn, but okay. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance. Mr. Shakespeare, your actions on the afternoon of Miss Green's stabbing was exactly as to describe it in his note. Ah! Personally, I find it rather hard to believe that that's a coincidence. Don't you, Mr. Shakespeare? Well... Excuse me, can I say something? Yes, Miss Green. That card was delivered to me. It doesn't have anything to do with this odd man, does it? Well, you think so, yes. But it's hard to believe it's merely... My lord, may I? You may what, Miss Green? I'd like to make something very clear about that card. Very well then, you may amend your testimony to include details about the particular note. This note was delivered to me by my address. It's nothing to do with this odd man next to me.
Hold it!
I think you said that you received it the day before the incident, didn't you? Yes, that's right. There appears to be no indication that the sender's name or address on the envelope. It was in my letterbox and that's all I know. I'm afraid I have no idea who sent it. I have information regarding regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Now, who is this Duncan Ross, please? A friend of mine. He attended the same as art school as I do. He passed away in a tragic incident a month ago now, though. I wasn't sure what to make of that note, to be honest. But in the end, I decided to go. So you found out what the information was. Of course I didn't. You're not thinking straight. While it's on her way there, she was stabbed in the back. As my learned friend hopefully remembers. Oh yes, of course. She never mentioned it to the meeting. Oh yeah? Well... Well, I don't know. I do not know.
Objection!
Yeah, that's it. The day before the day before the incident, exactly 1 week ago now, this note was delivered to your address. And upon carrying out the instruction to the note, you found it yourself in the hospital. Yes, I did. What? It's terrible. Everything that's happened to me. Yes, it is terrible. If it's all true, that is. What do you mean? Now, Miss Green, take a look at this. Take a look at this, please. If it's the torn off at the end of the envelope. Oh, is it? Excuse me. And it so happens that it fits together perfectly with the envelope on the note you received. Where'd you find that? In Mr. Shamspeare's room. And in my room? Mr. Shamspeare, do you perhaps remember this note from somewhere? Well, your actions that afternoon followed the instructions in the note to the letter. Come to the Sludge and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on 17th Street. 17th. And so that's exactly where you went. Let me ask you again, Mr. Shamspeare. You already knew about this note, didn't you? And you, Miss Green. What did I do? As this torn up end of the envelope proves, that the note was originally in Mr. Shamspeare's room. So how is it that it came to be in your possession? I don't have the first idea. I'm just a fledgling artist after all. This is the only one explanation. You broke into Mr. Shamspeare's room and stole it. Oh? Did you what? Sorry, thus what? You broke, I mean, thou were in my room? What on earth do you want with me? Uh-oh. It would seem that both witnesses need to testify again. Miss Green, Yes. While you have the court sympathy, now, I'm sure that for the suffering that you have endured in recent events, anyone that found to be giving a false testimony in a court of law will be duly punished. Now, please bear that in mind. Yes, I know. Very well then, witnesses. You will give formal testimony again now on the subject of the curious anomaly regarding the note Miss Green claims to have received. The anomaly, yes! Yes! I love the song! We're at the end. We're close to the end. I think we have one more cross-examination, but this is it. I do remember now that 'twas a week ago the peradventure that note was delivered onto me. On the day of Mirror, therein I did tarry a long hour that at the sludge of salad, yet nobody came. Therefore, on the evening I shared the company of the Japanese fellow, I did see the note had vanished. I don't know what you mean. You think I snuck into this man's room? Do you? No, why would I? I can point out the villain here, and as for the torn off a piece of the envelope, I don't know anything about it. Right, and I'm Kris Kringle. Now you now claim to have received this letter, do you, Mr. Shakespeare? Faith, 'tis so, my lord. And I would swear that to have sent it upon my table in the humble lodging. Yet 'tis clear to me now that since I returned from the tavern that night, I have not laid eyes upon it. Well, that being the case, young lady, it would appear that your testimony was a lie? Is that what you're thinking? Is that what you think? How unfair of you to think I'm the one lying. I beg your pardon? I'm just a fledgling artist, I say. And fledgling artists don't lie. But your eyes are shaking a little bit. That note was delivered to me at my address. Besides, we all know that who's a liar around here is. If that's true, Miss Green, how do you explain the facts? This part of the envelope was, without a question, found in Mr. Shakespeare's room. I don't see why I should explain. Yes, you should explain. Sorry? I'm a fledgling artist, and my job here is just to say what happened, and that's all. It's our job to give the explanation and the proofs. You are the fledgling lawyer, the fledgling will do his best. Eventually, my learned friends, cross-examination is our only hope of learning the truth. Well, Consul, I'm ready, my lord. Very well then, the defense will proceed to cross-examination to the witnesses. Miss Green clearly did break into Mr. Shakespeare's room. There There can be no question of that. And that's how she acquired that note. Yes, two facts that are starting to lead me to the possible explanation of of this. And it's not a pretty one. Bum 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 bum. Alright, time to go back over here. Save. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I do remember
Hold it!
and can you shed any light on the contents of the note at all? Nay, sire, 'tis as strange to me as a foreign tongue. Even with the knowledge of literature as great as my own, barely 'tis impenetrate. But Mr. Duncan Ross had lodgings in the same household as you. In effort, he was your neighbor, so surely you knew him, didn't you? Alack! If the choices be Twix, I knew him, and I knew him not. Then 'tis before foreboding that I be forced to declare what would be of some small measurement acquainted. Despite your claims that you followed the notes, instructions, and went to the Sludge Garden, or Sergeant Sludge, good salad, Sludge. Presumably that it was nothing to do with your knowledge of literature. Mary, not will have been have the better of me, sire, save for the lure of curiosity. So 'tis true I was compelled of my own eager heart to betake myself to the tavern. Yet in the end, my curiosity was not satisfied. Of course it wasn't. On the day therein, I did tarry a long hour that nobody yet to show up.
Hold it!
Oh. There's something I know up. Okay. So even after the waiting for an hour, nobody appeared. Well, yes, sire. 'Tis as thou saidst. Really? You paused for a moment before you answered. In truth, when thou asked whether nobody appeared, I did suddenly recall. Really? Do you mean to tell the court that somebody did appear after all? I was not alone that night at the Sludge and Salad, my lord. No, 'tis returning to me now. I did treat my lips to almost clear water and mine in guards to a premium crust of bread. And all around me danced a great many companions. What do you mean? Flies, sire, flies. Ew. Good lord. In the name of Beelzebub, what we're they? I can't read Shakespearean. Fairies, perchance, from a midsummer the night's dream, come to taunt me. I think they were just flies. I can't help thinking that the flies ought to choose something more wholesome to buzz around. Is that wrong of me? Therefore, on the evening,
Hold it!
Okay. What exactly did you notice that it had gone missing? There's such idle thoughts that occupy my mind. I am abused with greater ideas. In other words, you didn't notice. Several days have passed between your outing to the tavern and Mr. Natsumi's visit to your room. Yes, it would appear that the note disappeared sometime in that interval. Such ideal thoughts near occupy my mind. And yet, during that time, Miss Green was comatose in the hospital, was she not? Clearly then, she could not have been stealing things from Mr. Shamspeare's room. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. It's all some sort of misunderstanding, isn't it, Mr. Prosecutor, sir? You have so far failed to give a satisfying explanation as to how you came by the note. Ah! I am not here to advocate for your defense, madam. I won't tolerate inconsistencies in your story. You would do well to remember that. Oh dearie me! What's Lord Von Zykes getting at? I don't know.
Hold it!
Hold it! Objection, man! It seems that this note was clearly delivered to Mr. Shakespeare about 1 week ago. Oh, does it? But for some reason, it ended up in your possession. I can't think of any way that could have happened except for you breaking into Mr. Shakespeare's laundry.
Objection!
Objection! But for what reason would the witness have done that? I won't deny that the Miss Green's possession of the note would appear to defy logic. However, unless her involvement, hold up. Alright, I'm back. In this case, it can be proven in some other way. In further pursuit of this note is meaningless. Miss Green could only have come to be in possession of the note by stealing it from Mr. Shamspeare's room. And yet, there's no obvious reason why she would have done such a thing. What if there was some other reason she broke into his lodging, though? Yes, we should pursue that idea, Naruhodo. We're close now. I can feel it. We're so close to the breakthrough. Wait a second. I don't really think that. Not yet.
Hold it!
Hold it! Now, so you don't want to tell the court the truth about the letter, isn't it? Is that it? You saw that, people. Her paint board is magic. That arrow just disappeared out of thin air. Man, this game is crazy. This game is nuts. We got an Inspector and regenerating fish and chips out of a cone and just start shaking it. Ah, man. Crazy game. I'm a fledgling artist. Remember, the artists are nearly always introverted people, right? Introverted? Fine. This fledgling doth really paint your inspiration about my nature. Yet, I am an angel a seraph. Birds do harmonize with my song. The wind doth frolic on my wings. Oh pity, wherefore dost thou accuse one so pure of heart, ample woman? Pure of heart? I don't think so. So even a fledgling like me can say you're just a failure. Tragedy. Thou shalt not know the true heart of the artist until thine instruction hereafter by death. All the years, alas, to enlighten thee, thou must wait so long and in vain. Mr. Naruhodo, interject with some clever remark. This is your chance to shine. I am no Shakespearean actor, Mr. Sato. No, as far as I can tell, the only thing that's going to resolve this argument is evidence. Yes! It's clear that Miss Green did in fact break into Mr. Shamspeare's room, and that's where she found this letter. Yes, two or less foregone conclusions that lead me to one terrifying conclusion. Terrifying? Yes, I'm afraid to say that the outcome of this cross-examination may well change our look at this case completely. I'm interested. I think this is it. I am going to save it over here. spear. Bum bum bada bum 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 bum. Present. I can point to the Andes for the torn off piece of the evidence. I don't know anything about it. Uh-huh.
Objection!
That's not it. Hey, thank you for the lurk, Nami. I appreciate that, and enjoy your lurk! As I'm trying to figure out this cross-examination is.
Objection!
I think I already did that one. No! Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, no, 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 no.
Objection!
Nope. Objection. That's not related.
Objection!
But I'm gonna do it anyways. And it's wrong. It's so wrong. Ah!
Objection!
No. That's not what I wanted to do. Just wasting time here. Okay. Wait a second. Graham Shakespeare. Oh!
Objection!
That's not it. Dang it. Does that... wait. I can point to the villain here as a...
Objection!
Bum.
Objection!
Nope. A number of ways that you are completely an utter idiot. Wait.
Objection!
No. I'm gonna press on it again.
Hold it!
That's where she found this letter. Two are more or less foregone conclusions and terrifying. Somehow.
Objection!
Dang it. Bum, 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 bum. Maybe... Is it the handprints?
Objection!
No. Really? Bum, 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 bum.
Hold it!
Objection!
Hold it!
Oops, that's not what I want. I can't find anything. Alright. Let me examine this. Some more. There's more to this. I don't know. No. Unless it's clearer. Dun 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 dun.
Objection!
No. I think I already did that already. No. So, man, this is something. Ooh. Sorry about that. Bum 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 bum. Huh. What?
Objection!
I knew that all along. Close this. Okay. Yesterday at the hospital, we saw you with this bottle. In the contents spilt during the course of our meeting, a small quantity remained. Ah! According to the defense independent analysis, Mr. Sholmes' chemistry set, the liquid that was still in the bottle was identified as poison. What? Poison? The very same poison that affected Mr. Shakespeare. Ah! Yeah, Miss Green, you broke into this man's lodging. Now, for the reason, and one reason alone, to cover the end of the pipe that eats the gas lamp in Mr. Shakespeare's room with poison. Can this be? You broke into my room too. It may seem incredible to the court, but from the remaining clues, there is only one logical conclusion to that we reached. The person who attempted to take Mr. Oh, I thought it was gonna be the corner theme. To take Mr. Shakespeare's life with poison was you, Miss Olive Green. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dearie me! Order! Counsel, are you seriously suggesting this woman put poison on the end of a gas pipe with intent to kill? Yes, my dear lord. There's no other way to explain the facts. What if Miss Green did indeed set this trap 6 days ago, and the victim had put his mouth into the pipe that very evening, that, as expected, the attempted murder would have been 6 days ago, surely. What? Well, that's a very good point. Perhaps not, my lord. I beg your pardon? There was a significant police presence in the area that evening on account of the incident on Breer Road. Local residents were being interviewed throughout the night as part of the ongoing inquiry. A circumspect criminal would likely have been chosen not to carry out any wrongdoing at the time. Lord Von Zykes! And of course, the following morning, there was more activities at Mr. Shakespeare's address. More activities? Ah, yes! You mean his fellow lodger, Mr. Natsume, being arrested for suspicion of murder? That's right, and as the defense has already proposed, Mr. Shakespeare was meddling with the gas in the pipe for the very sinister reason himself. To cause the gas stove in Mr. Natsume's room to go out, thereby lack of oxygen. To suffocate the occupant. Whoa. Miss Olive Green, what's wrong with you? But once Mr. Natsume had been arrested, his room was under constant surveillance by the police. In the circumstance, Mr. Shakespeare had no reason to blow air into the gas pipe. His intended victim to be being in a prison cell. With the need to tamper with the gas remove the poison on the pipe lay dormant. And then 3 days ago now, the situation changed again. Right, Mr. Natsume's trial, which took place here at the Old Bailey, came to an end. The trial which the man stood accused of stabbing Miss Green in the back, but was duly acquitted. That resulted in Mr. Natsume's returning to his lodging for the first day in 2 days. And the very night, his gas stove mysteriously went out and Mr. Shakespeare was mysteriously poisoned. Something is up. What? There has to be more than this. In conclusion, the poison that was presented on the mouth of the gas pipe had been put there in the victim's room for some 4 days earlier. Mary! And with the new understanding, it becomes clear that this letter was all part of a plan. What plan? The court will recall the note that gave instruction to visit the sludge and salad at 5 o'clock. And that the recipient should tell nobody else. The reason for those instructions are now clear. To ensure that the lodger would not be at home at the stated time. To make sure I wasn't home. Exactly. While you were out, Miss Green could safely slip into your room, knowing that she wouldn't be disturbed. You mean to say that letter was written by Miss Green? Yes! What? That's crazy. I thought Mr. Shakespeare was blackmailing her, but no, it's the other way around. Whoa! What a twist! But or not really blackmail, it's for distractions. Wow. In order to cover her tracks, she took it away with her when she left. Now, just after she smeared poison over the mouth of the gas pipe in your room. What happened to the gas man? What would happen to this guy? He put his whole entire mouth into the gas pipe. So he would have gotten the poison too. Now, what do you have to say to for yourself, witness? Just who are you? Why do you try to kill me? Miss Green's motive should be obvious. It all ties up with someone who's named that we've heard several times already during the course of this trial. So that's what's behind all this. You will share your apparent understanding with the court, please, Consul. Who is the person behind this motive? Him.
Take that!
Duncan Ross? That's right. Before the defendant, Mr. Natsume took up a residence in the lodgings at Mr. Garidev's. Somebody else was renting the room, Mr. Duncan Ross. I knew I heard the name somewhere else. It was all over the papers a month ago, and when the man died in strange circumstances at the haunted lodging. That does ring a vague. Ah, of course, yes, I remember now. The young man declared that he was strangled by the convict's curse or some such. Sadly, my lord, it wasn't a curse of any kind, nor was it an accident. The man died as a result of Mr. Shamspeare's blowing into the gas pipe and causing gas to leak into the room. It was murder, plain and simple. Well, what do you know? The world is so unfair. Curse, curious deaths. That's all people care about. If it's all an interesting story, they want to know. It doesn't cross their minds that real people are involved. And once they are bored, 1 month later, just 1 month later, once the story lost its appeal, everyone forgotten him. You mean Duncan was Mr. Ross was Miss Green's fiance. Fiance? You may not know. You may not have known until now who Miss Green really is, Mr. Shamspeare. But she's known exactly who she's known exactly who you are all along. Because now this is getting interesting. Because you're her sworn enemy, the murderer who took the life of the man that she was to marry. Marry. Miss Green, this is not the case. That the order of exact revenge on Mr. Shamspeare, you smeared poison over the end of the gas pipe. This is all quite extraordinary. Am I correct in my understanding that you now accuse both parties of Consul on the different counts of murder? Yep. Yes, my lord, that's correct.
Objection!
Objection! Inhaling so deeply, it appears that the fledgling learned friend has taken the lungful of the dubious gas that's causing him his judgment to be clouded. What? Why would Mr. Shakespeare have wanted to kill these launchers as you say? You have completely failed to prove a motive to substantiate your accusation against the man. Yes, that's right, Mr. Reaper, my liege. I have been slighted. 'Tis lies, all lies. I deny every utterance. You'll have to forgive me, Mr. Naruhodo, sir. But I don't intend to admit anything either. Miss Green! I'm sure you'll think I'm being very rude, but I'm not going to be sent to the gallows for the likes of the scoundrel.
Objection!
But you broke into the man's room. If you didn't do it to smear poison onto the pipe, what was your reason? I thought I'd have a look around. That's all. Bull crap. Sorry. You're right. I suspected him. So I thought perhaps it... Wait a second. Oops, wrong button. Let me see the crime. There's a box right there. There's a box right there. So that there's proof that she did smear the candle. Okay, all right. So I thought, yeah, perhaps I might find some evidence or something in his room. Evidence that it was him who took Mr. Duncan's life. Oh vileness! Oh villainy! Oh tyranny! Oh love woman! But in any case, near it, wherein I leave my room, I do turn the key in the lock. The whole place is falling apart. The locks on the doors are no different. Duncan showed me once how to unlock the door with some terps and a piece of wire. Oh awfulness! Oh artfulness! Oh triumph! Oh profanity of woman! We will consider your trespassing on some future occasion, but for now, tell the court what you found. What evidence you revealed? Well, I spotted a note that said him lying on the floor. When I went to pick it up, I noticed something. One of the floorboards was loose, and underneath it, I discovered a secret hiding place. Eh? Yes, we also discovered the hiding place. Inside, we found a newspaper cutting, photograph, and an empty box. Ah, yes. Well, the thing is, when I found it, the box wasn't empty. You stole! You thief! What? There was something in it? Yes. Like, the key? It's this rather nice key. Ah! What? What are you doing with that? What the? Every ounce of a color has drained from his face. Give it here. Give it to me now. It's mine. I inherited it. What was that? What was that, witness? What did you say? You inherited it? No, what's all this about? He inherited that key? Yeah, it was obviously important to you that since you'd gone to such length to hide it, so I took it. I don't know what it's for, but you took it. You took something precious from me, so I took something precious from you. So what if it means that you can't open something now? I don't care. Give it back this minute. Give it to me. Give it to me. Calm yourself, witness. So Mr. Shakespeare has tried, and in one case succeeded to take the life of 2 lodgers now. Yes, his motive for doing so is the key of everything that happened. The truth is that there appears to be no motive to support the accusation against Mr. Shakespeare at first. But considering everything that we know now, I think there is actually something that could explain it. What? And a slap in the face with 2 hands. I need to recall every piece of evidence at our disposal, everything we've seen and heard. Because I'm sure that I just caught a glimpse of the link that runs through all these events. In that case, Consul, I must demand you present evidence after I say. Demand present to the court in support. What is it that you can explain the motive of Mr. Shakespeare's alleged claims? This one.
Take that!
That's an official police report, is it not? That's Selden's file. How'd you get hold of that? Does it Selden? No. That now sadly deceased Mr. Ross and the defendant, Mr. Natsume. Have only one thing linking them: the fact that they had lodgings in the same room. Yes, well, yes. It's known. We know this certainly. A room that was formerly occupied by Selden. Until that is, he was arrested by Scotland Yard for his involvement in multiple burglaries. I see. And it happened so. And it so happened that the convict Selden left behind one very substantial mystery when he died. The sum 1,000 pounds worth of loot that he stole, which as yet remains to be found. Ah, yes, of course. It's coming back to me now. It was written in the files here. 1,000 pounds lost en route to heck. That was how the papers summed it up. And it seems that that one particular fellow inmate was with the convict in his final moments. It's not hard to imagine Salden entrusting that inmate with his most closely guarded secret. The location of the stolen location is, and perhaps a key to unlock whether container the valuables were in. Ah, you mean this key is Mr. Shakespeare? Is it? It was you, wasn't it? You were at the capital offender's side when he died, weren't you? Were you not? What are you talking about? 'Tis a false charge, I tell you, a false charge. The name of the inmate who was with Salden in his death isn't noted in this file, but a sample of the simple telegram to the prison where he died would quickly tell us how false the charge really is. But not even if it's true, why would the man be so instant on killing every subsequent occupant on the convict's lodgings? There's only one explanation for that, my lord. It was in the very room that Salden hid his loot. Oh! So it all comes out. Yes, and having established that, all of Mr. Shakespeare's subsequent actions start to make perfect sense. When he led out the prison following the Salden's death, he made immediately for Mr. Gary Dev's lodging in the hope of renting Salden's old room. However, the retired army man was unable to offer him the accommodation of his choice, because Salden's old room was already been led to someone else, Mr. Duncan Ross. Which is why Mr. Shakespeare subsequently devised his gas base plot to kill the occupant of the room. And when he was successful, he presumably intended to inquire about switching into the newly vacant room. However, a certain jittery someone had it being back to it. Mr. Natsume, the defendant of this case, no less. So you decided to use the ploy of the gas again, didn't you, Mr. Shakespeare? This time to outsmart Mr. Natsume. All for one simple and adversary's reason: to get your hands on the 1,000 pounds of loot left behind by the dead convict. Breakdown. Ah! No, it's not gonna break down. He's just gonna plop down on his head. Looks like I'm gonna snuff it before they reach my neck. Listen, I want you to have my loot. Anything to stop the coppers. It's hidden in the room somewhere Okay. There's a mere key to it. Take it. Always stay one step ahead, mate. See you in heck. Nah, I guess sham spear. Smine. What did you just say? It's mine. That loot is mine. Oh. Oh my, he's a lunatic now. Mr. Shamspear! It's all lies. I don't accept any of it. Why should I? After all, you don't have a shred of evidence. You can't prove I killed that man. Barlow, I'm a victim here. Isn't that right, ladies and gentlemen? If I don't admit to it, there's nothing you can do. You can't arrest me, for the time being anyway. Verily, you can't arrest the victim, can you? Isn't that right, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so close that I just need a few more hours. I swore to myself that I'd get my hands on that, and I can almost taste it now. Do you really think I just give up? There's no question that in my mind now, this man is guilty through and through. But he seems so utterly intoxicated by the idea of the loot. I'm afraid that's somehow hard to press on him. He'll never admit what he's done, Mr. Naruhodo. There is a way. Pardon? There's one way that I can finish him. No! He's already committed the most heinous crime to get his hands on that loot. Which means all we need to do is find it first. A fine plan. We're not for the fact that the police thoroughly searched the room following the death of Mr. Ross. The death of Mr. Ross. If I can't. Why is there this is typo? If it's there at all, it must be very well hidden indeed. Without conclusive evidence, I certainly cannot rule. If only there was some way we could find the convicts loot quickly. This is the final piece of evidence. The piece in the complex puzzle. But I think we might have in our possessions already. Wait, what? Do we? Wait. Oh. No. I don't think that's it. It's in there. There's something in there. The gas meter? There's no way. Or rather, I think it will have something that we can find us help us find where that loot is hidden. My lord, Yes, Consul. The defendant would like to make a proposal about how to find the late convict's hidden loot. I believe that we were already in possession of something that we could that could give us a clue as to its whereabouts. It's the picture. It's our last chance, so it has to be worth a gamble. Besides, we've used the same technique once already, and it definitely paid up then. Well then, Consul, I gotta save. Now, what do you propose that we can use in order to locate the...
Take that!
There we go. We got it. If I'm not mistaken, those are Mr. Shamspier's fingerprints on the wall of his lodging. That's right, my lord. Exposed as a result of the defendant's independent investigation of the scene. Based on the wonderful news discovery in the field of forensic science by the great detective, Mr. Sholmes. A great detective? Is that some kind of joke? Do you really think I'm going to be daunted by a man with such a ridiculous title? Look at you, with your ridiculous outfit. I should think the great bard ought to recognize such a title when he hears one, Mr. Shamspier. Hey, Mr. Sholmes! Perhaps we should compete in the honor of the most ridiculous titles. Ah! It is Herlock Sholmes himself! What are you doing here, great detective? Your usual haunts are the filthy back streets of the capital, are they not? Ah, Mr. Reaper, it's been too long. And I see the complex has worsened since last we met. Mr. Sholmes? He does know Lord Von Zykes then. Well enough to say something like that in any case. Mr. Sholmes, though you may have be heralded as a great detective by the population at large, that does not give you the right to come and go in my courtroom as you see fit. If I may, my lord, Mr. Sholmes' newly developed scientific method has helped us to uncover vital clues in this case already. Clues, you say? I call them skin prints, Mr. Lord. My method identifies every location touched by an individual under the scrutiny. It's the method by which we were able to ascertain this gentleman's gas pipe activities. Ah! You need only a small sample of something that the individual has previously touched to make it an indicator the solution. In your case, sir, I used the tea to have been holding elementary. So now, Mr. Naruto, yes, that's me. When am I to use a sample to make the indicator solution this time? Thank you for offering to help, Mr. Sholmes. When the convict was arrested, he was living in what is now Soseki's room. Now, yeah. We need to examine, like... Is that a person? I don't think we can present the court. With what? Unless people... No, we need an example to help locate Sultan's room that's hidden in his old room. What form will it... No, what form will it take? Present a person. Let me see here. Let's try person. No. We will need some Seldon's in order to create. Okay. And something that the convict owned happened to be in the possession of somebody listed in the courtroom. Upon my word, Mr. Naruhodo, your powers of reasoning appears to be on the up. So, which particular person do you have in mind? From who? Excuse me. Duncan Ross. Well, no, he's dead. He's dead.
Take that!
And what prey? Oops. I did not save, so I'm just gonna skip through this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Take that!
Yeah, Miss Green, that's what I originally was supposed to say. Miss Green! Miss Green! Ah, me? What do you want with me? The key around your neck, if you please. Sorry? That key belongs to Seldon. That will be a remnant of a synchronization of from the man's skin on its surface that we can use. Very true. That is a sample we need. Using it, we can create the indicator solution required for Mr. Sholmes. The skin print seeker. Corner theme. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, we're getting close, people. We're getting close to the end. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And find out exactly what Seldon touched with in the room that he used to rent. Ah! Mr. Shakespeare, as one great to another, I assure you, if the late convict's hall is hidden somewhere in his former lodgings, I shall uncover it in no more than 30 minutes. Oh, it's getting hot. Da 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 da. Ah! So, Mr. Shakespeare, the truth is well within our grasp now, and as such, you will never get your hands on the southern stolen wealth. In that case, I'll gladly let Mr. Sholmes have this key. No! Give the key to me. The detective shan't have it. It's over, Mr. Shakespeare. No! You're out of opinions now. There's only one thing left for you to do. Admit your guilt! Break down! Yes! Whoa! What? He's dabbed. What was that all about? Confetti? Let's go. We're done. We found out who's the murderer. I never intended to kill the man. I just wanted to drive him out of the room. That's all. It's a little too much. That's too much gas. The poison. So you'd have time to find the convict's haul of stolen goods. Yet, after you killed the young man, you still didn't move into the room. I asked the landlord, of course. I pleaded with him, but he refused. Why? I was 3 months behind of the rent, for one thing. Mr. Gardev really has had a lot of put with it. And he had the gas repair work done immediately afterwards, putting the room out of action for a while. And then this Japanese man swooped in at just the right moment to sign the new lease. Poor Mr. Natsume, what unfortunate timing. Then, 5 days ago, after the incident on Breer Road with the Japanese fellow got him arrested, I thought I'd finally have my chance, but it wasn't to be. No, the scene was sealed off and guarded by the police night and day. And if I remember rightly, Mr. Sholmes spent the whole day in the room reading. I couldn't even enter the room, let alone search it for loot. Which is why, on the day Mr. Natsume was acquitted and returned to his room, you once again tried to trick of blowing air into the gas pipe that feeds the stove in his room. Unbeknownst to you, however, that action would lead you to a deadly trap. Deeply, what? William Shakespeare. How does it go? To be or not to be? That is the question. From Shakespeare's Hamlet, Act 3, Scene 1. Well, let me tell you, in your case, it's not to be that that is the answer. You deserve to die for what you've done. Ha. As for you, Miss Green, at first I really did think it was just a terrible accident. I never forget our conversation the night before Duncan died. The gas supply in my new laundry are a complete disaster, you know, Olive. The gas supply? Yes, the stove always seemed to go out in the middle of the night for some reason. That's no joke. That they say it's just a convict's curse. Oh, Duncan, please don't stay there. Don't stay there. I don't care how cheap it is. All right then. If it's that important to you, I'll start looking for a new place. You could. There are spare rooms at my house. Why did you leave that horrible room tonight? No, I better not. We said we'd wait until we graduate before we told our parents. Remember? Well, I'd rather have that than you. Yeah, it's already too late. But that was the last time we ever spoke. That very night, he fell victim to the gas. If only I know it was going to happen. I have insisted he leave that horrible room in that instant. But instead, all I have been left with is a bitter regret. I stopped going to the school, but doing something that kept drawing me back into the house on Beer Road. I saw this stooped Eastern looking man with a mustache coming out of the house one day when I was there. He walked the road to Grub's grubbery for the food, so I followed him and set myself down next to him. He had some watery looking soup and started to pick the quarrel with the publication. That place is cursed, I tell you, cursed! The ghost of the convict who lived there is trying to suffocate me. I wake up in the middle of the night, freezing to death, being because of the stove has gone off. The room is full of gas and I could hardly breathe. The gas pipe, but the pipes have been checked. No problem there. It's like I'm the problem. That's what they're thinking. But now, but how could that be? Duncan was gone, and now this man had almost suffocated. The same fate, or suffered the same fate. Could it really be a curse? Then I remembered a rumor I heard about the gas company going around investigating the gas installations. A rumor? Ah, you mean... Yes, everybody heard the story, it seems, about how they go around checking the pipes. How anything connected to the pipe can be exhausting, extinguishing, but by blowing the air into the gas pipework. That's when I started. A little flickering of about in the back of my mind that just wouldn't go away. Was it really an accident though? Once I had it. Now, once I had the idea, it wouldn't leave me alone. It plagued me day and night. So I bought this at one of the black markets on the East End. Black market? I never been. I just heard the people talking about them, and you really can buy anything you can think of there. In some way, being able to get my hands on this so easily made me even more determined. I had to find out one way or another. Was Duncan's death an accident or was it murder? And you chose the method of establishing the truth was simple, but highly effective. Smear poison on the gas pipe you suspected the man of tampering with and wait. If Mr. Shamspeare was innocent, then nothing would come of what you'd done. But if he was guilty, he would pay for his crimes dearly. I found out the name of the man I suspected, William Shamspeare, and the note I wrote him this little note. Yeah, the letter. Ah. I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Sludge and Salad on Breer Road at 5 p.m. on 17th. Don't tell anyone about this letter or the meeting. It is a matter of utmost importance. If he'd have done it, I knew that would worry him enough so he'd be sure to go. So I waited to see if it worked. And of course, Mr. Shamspeare followed instructions to the letter. I worked out where the gas pipe was straight away. So I smeared a good amount of poison. I bought all around the mouth of the pipe. And all the time praying to the devil's work wouldn't be done. That's all, and that is what I'll just some wild fantasy. Actually, no. All the time praying to that the devil's work would be done, and that the culprit would get his just dessert. Wow, there's actually two criminals in this case. Unexpectedly. Or one of them attempted murder. 3 days ago, when you were the first stood in the dock before me, this whole affair seems relatively straightforward. Yes, my lord. Now, I certainly never imagined the depths of depravity that we should subsequently find it lurking behind the scene. It has been a long road, my Napoleon's friend. Oh, yes! And once I certainly doesn't, whatever that word is, walking with you. Nevertheless, together we have reached the light at the end of the tunnel, as it were. Miss Green! Yes, my lord. You will be beforehand to be stripped from your freedom. As a punishment for the attempted murder of Mr. Shanspeare. Yes, I know. And you, Mr. Shanspeare, you will be... You'll be tried for the murder of Duncan Ross in cold blood, and the subsequent attempted murder of the Soseki Natsume here present. Mr. Naruhodo? Ah, yes? Yesterday at the hospital, when you and your friends stopped me from ending your life by drinking what was left for the poison bottle. Yeah, I wasn't myself. I can't even really remember what was going through my mind. To be or not to be, I suppose. That's a question that's so hard to answer, it seems. Well, personally, I'm glad of your being here. Bad English. This is whatever. Miss Green. Oh, and I like to believe that it was a blessing Mr. Shanspeare that didn't die when he ingested the poison. For your sake, at the very least. Aww. Because of you, I chose life, not death. And now you've made the truth to come out at last. Really, I can't thank you enough. Oh, Miss Green. Mr. Soseki Natsume. Yes, my lord. The court declares that you are that word from all the blame in this matter. Accordingly, I would call upon the ladies and gentlemen of the jury to present a verdict of not guilty. We're in a full agreement, my lord. In that case, I hereby declare the defendant not guilty. Woo! Let's go! Fireworks! That was so long! The court is adjourned. I am so glad I'm done with that case. GG. Thank you, Micro. Hope you're doing well today. But we still have a small bit more left for this case. It's not over, but it's done. It's pretty much done. We just got the celebrations. Oh, yes, at last. Divine justice is duly done. You doing okay? And yourself? My voice is starting to get shot. But all in all, I'm doing alright. Watched the Nintendo Direct earlier. I completely forgot about the Nintendo Direct that even happened this morning. And I'm so excited for Super Mario RPG Remake. Divine Justice, and that game looks beautiful. My dear fellow, if there were only any divine justice in this world, you would have shaved that mustache. No, this has nothing to do with my mustache. Some say that luxuriant mustache is a sign of the physical prowess, Mr. Sholmes. Welcome, student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, once again. You saved me from doom! I'm very happy to have been able to help, Mr. Natsume. Congratulations on your acquittal. You're second in as many days. I was first acquainted with and gained affection for English literature while I was in our great homeland empire. And then, by a twisted fate, I was brought to the land that bore the fruit of that literature. Only the city of bricks and mortars became my prison. Try it as I might, I never found my feet here. In the end, I confined myself to my room and live life through a friendly of books. You've had such a difficult time, haven't you? But a week ago now. I dragged you from the dark and dinky room of yours, didn't I? You did. And I've seen more of life in this week than in all my years up to date. And for the first time, I feel I've begun to see the true face of the English that's so far being hiding from me behind the wall of fog. My dear fellow, there is nothing special about the face of the English, as you put it. Wheresoever one goes in the world, humans are humans. There are the few genuine differences. Yes, I think you're right. I've finally started to see that, and I've come to understand something. I've worked out why I was attached to English literature in the first place. It made me see that whatever our nationality, we humans all have the same hopes and fears. We all just do our best to live. Well said. I've come to feel the same way. I've made my decision too. I'm going back to cut short my studies tour here and return to Japan. What? Just when we become friends in England, what a terrible shame. Oh, I know that does a tug at my heartstrings. It really does. But I've decided that I like to take everything that I learned here in Britain and write something of my own. A novel of sorts, I suppose. Oh my! Now, so you'll be creating your own literature, Mr. Natsume? How wonderful. Oh, well, no. I mean, I shouldn't presume to call it literature. Why not? When that is precisely the definition, Mr. Mustache. I suppose you're right. Yes, it will, in a way, be literature. But as for now, all I know is that I like to turn my hand and write to have no delusion of grandeur. I, for one, would love to read your work. Well, all the things I considered, it may be for the best. After all, you have once again emerged victorious from the battle with the Reaper. Ah! That's very true. And there is no salvation for the person in the dock when the Reaper is a prosecutor. The desire to return post haste to proceed to safely of your homeland is one I quite understand. My goodness, yes! You faced with such a terrifying prospect. And nobody would consider that cowardly, I'm quite sure. But that's no way that's not why I'm leaving, I mean. Objection! He said objection. And that was the case that we found ourselves embroiled within 6 months ago. Soseki-san did indeed return to Japan and submitted a report about both the cases to the government. It was on a reading that report that Professor Mikotoba was prominent to visit the scholar. And barely at any time later, Susanoo-san was given the news that she must return to Japan as well. On the back of the telegram stating falsely that her father was fallen gravely ill. The only possible explanation that comes to mind is what happened after the trial on the following day. What? The day that we uncovered the loot hidden by the now deceased convict of his former lodgings. Oh? That is so many books. Oh, well done, Mr. Nashons. How simply marvelous of you. To uncover the secret hiding place in just one day. Wasn't it supposed to take like 30 minutes? As I believe I told you, my dear fellow, skin prints are extremely useful in such situations. Wouldn't you agree, Gregson? Gregsy been happily munching in agreement this whole time, you know, Harley. Happily? I think perhaps, humorously, might be closer to truth. So, it transpires that the band fashioned a hiding place in the ceiling. And what's in it? What exactly is the loot? Let us look then. If you're ready, let's examine the hall. What is that? What? A blood stain? What? That's... Whoa! It looks like some sort of a neck band or a collar. A collar? It's huge! Though. And look at the gemstones that set in it. Did no one else see the blood? I can see what it was claimed to be worth 1,000 pounds. So perhaps I could have it as a belt. Oh, have you noticed the inside? And it's something with the. No, there is some dark stain. You don't think that could be blood? Do you? I mean, there's quite a lot of it. On second thought, perhaps I want to have it as a belt. Now, then, of course, there's the emblem here. Big letter, the large letter B, with the small crown. What does this signify, don't you think? Oh, I couldn't notice that. B. I feel as though I've seen the emblem somewhere before, you know? Where could it have been? That's enough of that, I think. What's the matter with Mr. Sholmes? All the color that has drained from his face. Well, Inspector, I believe you ought to take this, ought you? It could be valuable evidence, after all. It must be taken safely under the lock and key. Ah, yes! Get your grubby hands off of that, you lot! And your hand... and hand it over now! What is going on? Is there more secrets to the... what? I've never seen a color that large before. And all those jewels certainly will look to be completely valuable. But that's not what stood out to me the most. At least, not once I noticed it. Those dark marks on the inside of the collar look... those stains, could they really have been blood? Well, that was a funny case, wasn't it? But it's all buttoned up now. So let's still more to the... I think there's more secrets. And you... Oh, hydrate? Oh man, I need a hydrate. Thank you, Jake, for that. Redeem. I got some a little bit on my shirt. Dang it. That's fine. Excuse me. And you look very pleased, Iris. Hydrate, dihydrate. Yeah, I get ya. Hope you're doing well, Jake. We're actually almost to finishing up this case. We're almost done. I am because I was starting to wonder what I could use as the basis of this month's story in the magazine. You currently watching a movie? Nice. What movie are you watching? No, but the case will be perfect. It's been so fascinating. You're talking about the latest installment of the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, I presume. The mystery of the knife in the mist and the mustache man of the convict's curse, perhaps. The Hobbit. Nice. I don't think I've seen a few Lord of the Rings movies, and maybe I think like one Hobbit movie, but I don't think I've seen where no. I believe I've seen the first and second Hobbit movie. I don't know about the third one. I honestly don't remember. But I do enjoy the Hobbit movies. They're pretty fun. I could make it a two-part story. Oh, I can't wait. A word, please, Iris. Yes, so what is it, Hurley? I'm sorry, but you can't write about this case. It's out of the question. What? Why not? It's a great case. Then I shall have to insist you to limit yourself to the first of your two titles. The second one must never be written. Is that clear? Yes. What? What is up with
And so
Herlock
it was
Sholmes?
that the second of Souseki-san's cases became buried in obscurity. Now, looking back, I feel I understand. I can see why Mr. Sholmes forbade Iris from publishing the story. It would take a little longer before I saw the link between everything that had happened and would happen. For it wasn't until 2 months after the arrival of Susato-san's letter that events began to unfurl again, with an incident that took place at the very heart of the eagerly awaited Great Exhibition of London.
End. Oh my goodness, we just beat the second trial. Investigation 1. Alright, I am going to end this here. So, thank you all so much for watching, lurking, all that stuff. And, not shout out. Here is a Discord for whenever I go live, post my stream schedule, and join the community of my own. And with that in mind, who is live right now? Oh, man. You know what? I want to rate Kaguya. No. I mean, Civil. What's the rate, Civil Fortissimo? I mean, next time I will, whenever Faye goes live, I will definitely choose her. But we're gonna raid Fortissimo. There's a few other people that are playing Final Fantasy 16 right now as their sponsored game. I as much as I love to raid those people, I want to avoid any spoilers from that game. So, with that in mind, we'll go raid the Civil Fortissimo as they're playing some. Oh, actually, let me see. Let me check one more time. Yeah, screw it. We're just gonna. I'm not a huge fan of Honkai, but I do like their community and their streams. They're well, actually no. Mermaid. I think May rated me before. Let's go raid in May. The Mermaid, and let's Let's do that instead. They rated me, so I rate them back. That's the dealio. Sometimes I don't know. It's harder when I give people rates because most of them are not live during this time. But with that in mind, thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you all. When's my next day off? Tuesday. I'm gonna be going live on that day, same time with the Great Ace Attorney, and I might stream on the weekend. Might is a. I'm hearing myself. I'm sorry. Shh. And then the weekend, I don't know. We'll see and find out. And I'll be back live on Tuesday for the Great Ace Attorney, and Wednesday is something. I will post a stream schedule on Twitter, whatever, in Discord. And catch you all later. Goodbye, everybody. I hope that May's not ending. Okay. All right. Goodbye, everybody.